Many, not all, police officers get Final Fantasy VII social distance training since 1997 shirt government and given certain benefits. The most notable is that you are very difficult to get rid of and that your pension is notably higher on average. How hard to get rid of? My dad used to work at the post office, which backs in the day was a government agency and became a beamter in the 70s. The post office was privatized 30 to 40 years ago and he kept his status. He is right now getting a government pension. You literally can't be fired unless there are pressing legal grounds. The government tried to essentially buy out relics like my dad, but most people didn't take the deal. This is part of the reason the government has become more reluctant to offer Beam10 status. Final Fantasy VII social distance training since 1997 shirt, tank top, V-neck, ladies tee for men and women, tank top, V-neck. It's an open market, so you can choose with whom you decide to send your mail. In front of my house, there are 2 mailboxes. I simply decide which one I use. You may already know this from parcel delivery services like UPS or DHL. The Final Fantasy VII social distance training since 1997 shirt privatization process is kinda messy. Has seen this with other services, like our railroads. As well, you still have Die Post, which is essentially the same service provider it always was. You just essentially allow other parties to compete. Thus you mostly get a market that is heavily dominated by a service provider that already had all the infrastructure and competence in place. It becomes even more dubious because the government essentially still owns the largest portion of the privatized post office. Official Final Fantasy VII social distance training since 1997 sweatshirt, hoodie, sweatshirt. I can't generalize about all privatized post office systems, but the Final Fantasy VII social distance training since 1997 shirt German one works pretty well. They made a bank out of them. I think they are part of Deutsche Bank, but every post office in Germany has this. Then perhaps you have heard of DHL, the International Delivery Service. That's from them. Then there is the other product,